I'm dying. Help me. I'm dying. Help me. First of all, thank you for booking the session, for booking the program, and wanting to have a session with me. It really means a lot. Okay, now look at the graph. Okay, like I said, let's talk about the greens. I see some very good passes in your gameplay, and that is not to pamper you. I am a very strict coach when it comes to coaching. I am very, ruthless, very straightforward. But your passing, some passes are good. Sometimes your defensive stance and the way you tackle the ball, you approach the ball is good. Some shots you have taken are good. But however, you can see there are way too many reds and we must focus on them. Like always with most players, it's either the biggest issues with you are your passing and your defending, and let me show you why. First, let's start with this. Okay, I'm always usually to the point, so I want you to write this stuff down. I always tell people to always pass in the direction they are facing, right? Always pass in the direction you are facing. But you seem to be making many awkward passes. By awkward passes, I mean you're not even facing the direction which you're passing into. And you seem to be thinking about too much about this. Okay, you seem to be thinking too much about this. If you want to be a good FIFA player, you must only focus on what you can control. Do you have any influence over your ping? No. If you have any influence, if it's your internet and not the distance from the server, then yes, you have influence, go get it fixed. Otherwise, if it's the distance, then you have no influence. Stop rushing your passes, right? You can make this pass. This guy can go all the way over here to the fullback. Always remember to use the radar. The more you use the radar, the better you will get. And using the after looking at the radar, you can go down to this guy, and yeah, you can work your play from here, from this side. But you cannot explore this just because you are tunnel visioned. If you're tunnel visioned, you will miss out such opportunities. These are golden opportunities which you do not see until and unless you are very focused, one, and second, you are not tunnel vision. But over here you just try to rush your passes a lot, and whenever you rush your pass, you miss it out. Otherwise you do good, right? Once again, not for facing that direction and making awkward passes, right? But this time it works for you, but uh, you end up turning into the opposition's defender. Always pay attention to the opponent's defender's movements. And if you are using, if for example, if your connection is bad, why are you using a player like Isaac who doesn't have good agility balance? Why are you using Fakir at striker when you have Neymar? Why don't you put Neymar to striker and I don't know, use someone else who is more agile than Isaac, right? So look at this now. This was a good pass, but this shot should be near post. One more touch downwards, near post, green time. If you start timing your shots, you will get so much better. Seriously, you need to start timing your shots. Once again, you always make the awkward pass by not always, but sometimes. Look, it's not always about passing boom, boom, boom. If you just turn back, if you can turn back right now, okay. You can turn back inside. Remember, always try to find the empty space. No matter what your connection is, these are the basics. If you do the basics right, I know someone who has 60 ms and is top 200 in the world, okay? So it's only in our minds. I know better connection helps, but still, if it's nothing you can influence, you cannot focus on that. Look, you have this space, right? If you click L1, your fullback will make a run once again using the radar. But your tunnel vision, until and unless you get rid of the tunnel vision, you always try to make a pass towards the player who's making a run forwards. If you keep on doing that, you won't be very successful in FIFA like the way you want to be. So if you turn back, this fullback, and this guy is standing over here, he will make this run in towards this space which I have highlighted, and you can exploit all this space and go in from there. But you don't see this. Why? Because you are always so tunnel vision, my friend. Once again, here you are taking a shot straight to Joe Gomez. You need to learn the shot cancel. Okay, I have a tutorial for that. The moment you get the grip on shot cancel, you will stop hitting shots into defenders' faces. Once you stop hitting shots in towards their faces, you will improve. All right. And second, Look, this is not good. You make the pass, okay, just because you are not timing the shot, it's on his weak foot, it will not go in. If it was Neymar, which you should have been using as a striker, it most probably would have gone in. But if you're using a player and they are shooting on the weaker foot, try to green time it. I know it's hard, but you need to put in that practice. Try to get the green time shots in your muscle memory. Once again, look, awkward pass. In this situation, you know what you should do? You should take one touch downwards towards this side and then play a through ball to him. But like I said, Isaac is not the quickest and most agile player, and you'll always making these awkward passes over here as well. Just rather than trying to dribble, you should just try to get the ball out of his feet, give the ball to Llorente first time. Llorente can go down to the wing, and then you can keep the ball and control the ball. You don't control possession. You need to control possession. The percentage of possession doesn't matter. It's the way how you keep the ball. If your opponent is losing the ball again and again, that's nothing special you are doing to keep possession. What you need to do is to learn to control the game by slowing it down, by taking more touches when you'd have to, and just killing the game and absorbing the pressure and then going to attack, just being focused, right? And if you have a bad connection, why are you using a player like Lucas Paqueta? Ask yourself. Look, bad pass. If you make the pass into this guy, Fakir, a driven pass, he's not even being marked. He takes a touch upwards and he goes to that post, and that's a goal. Tunnel vision, bad decision making, being tunnel vision, focusing on one guy and then always deciding to pass to that guy. You don't do that, and now you're prone to a counter attack. And then with Marcos Llorente, you overcommit. Because you overcommit with Marcos Llorente, you overcommit with Walker. Because you overcommit with Walker, and now, if he is sensible, he will play this pass quicker rather than taking that stupid touch, and you will be conceding this goal, right? You lose the ball, you make a bad pass, and then you start panicking and start rushing with your defenders. That is something you need to stop doing. Okay, good pass. I like that. But once again, man, silly. This is silly. What's the point? You use the player lock once, you got the goal, good. He is tracking it. Just click L3R3 again. Get sorry for that. Get rid of the player lock and turn into the empty space. Go back and try to. You have not switched the play once. Why going back to the fullbacks and then going opposite towards the other fullback and then going towards your winger? It's an ideal way of playing the 4-4-2, but you don't seem to be doing that at all. You need to stop being tunnel vision and introduce the switching of the play into your game, right? FIFA is simple. The more simple you keep it, the better it will get. Good pass and good goal. So this is something you need to improve with your passing and with your defending. Look, why are you tackling in a 4-4-2? Your CMs are like your CDMs. If they get committed, you will concede. Okay, then he is through on your defensive line. Why are you pushing up with Paqueta like this? You don't have to. There is no reason. It's just 1-0. 9 minutes in. Full game is left. Just track his passing lane. Just track back to Ginola. Rather than pushing up like this, now you push up. He's out of position. Okay, and now you make a wrong switch to Llorente. Then you end up switching to Militao, pulling him out of position. Remember, you're always supposed to defend in a straight line. Always defend in a straight line. If you keep pulling your players out of position, there will be gaps. And if there are gaps, you will end up conceding. Remember, when we are attacking, the goal is to find the space, exploit the space. When we are defending, it's the goal. The goal is to defend the space and don't let him exploit the space, right? Of course. But what you seem to be doing is just constantly overcommitting your players. Over here, you lose the ball. Look, once again, you run at him without any thought, then you run at him again. Seriously, if it's a more intelligent player, they will just use manual runs, L1, R1, driven triangles, and they will just punish you. This is something you do again. You get frustrated, I don't know, and then you start to run at them. Have you looked at my jockey like a pro tutorial? If you're not, then go look at it. The gas and brake technique. It is on my YouTube channel. Like, if you keep running at the opposition when it's literally 2-1 like this, and if it's a good opponent, he will counter you easily, man. Once again, you select your Furland Mendy, you pull the offside trap, and then without thought, man, just without thought, and now you've given him all this space. Then you push out your Marcos Llorente. If his passing is good, he's playing that pass to Salah, and you're gone. It's a goner. You're done. I don't know why you keep pulling your players out of position. Once again, look. You switch off from Mendy. You switch off, you switch off, you switch off. Look, why are you switching off? Why are you selecting Neymar? No, sorry, not Neymar. Look, you will switch off. Switched. Yeah, you end up selecting Neymar Jr. And then you get back to Mendy and it's a goner by then. Panic. You panic. If you want to be a good FIFA player, you need to get hold of your mentality, my friend. Bad pass. After making a poor pass, rushing the play, then pulling your Paqueta out of position, overcommitting with Mendy, now overcommitting with Militao, giving him all the space. If it's an intelligent player, he's scoring on you. So you can literally see the rushed passes and overcommitting your players consistently and constantly is what is leading you to not winning the games consistently, right? The only moment he scored was where you pull an offside trap when you didn't have to, and second, when you pull your player out of position when you didn't have to. If you don't pull your players out of position, if you don't do stupid offside traps without giving any thought, if you just be more disciplined in your gameplay, right? My analysis are usually straight to the point, short, the more you focus on being more disciplined, being more mentally composed, being more, what should I say, stop thinking about your connection so much. Fourth, because you have no influence over it. Fourth, if you pass in the direction you're facing. Fifth, if you start using the radar. Sixth, if you start switching the place. Seventh, if you stop being tunnel visioned. Eighth, if you stop pulling your players out of position unnecessarily. Ninth, if you stop committing your CMs unnecessarily. 10th, if you start using the players who suit the game meta more. And 11th, after perfecting all this, you need to learn the good skill moves like the baller scoop run, the reverse elastico. 12th, using manual runs, right? I've just told you 12 things on the spot to work on, and if you do dedicated practice, it will take you at least 1.5 to 2 months to get better at all these things combined, if you put in at least an hour and two every day consistently with dedication. Let's look at this shot. Why are you taking this shot when a defender is in front of you? You need to short cancel, man. Just short cancel him. Just literally short cancel him. And yeah, just short cancel him, turn away, and you will see there will be much more better opportunities for you to score rather than this, right? The more you use the short cancel, the more you introduce the short cancel in your gameplay, the better it will be. This shot right here, I don't know, not this one. Yeah, also this one. If you just short cancel it, the keeper will go down to the ground and the ball will still be in your feet, and then if you shoot it afterwards, you will score an open goal. Introduce the short cancel in your gameplay. I have a tutorial for the short cancel. Stop using left stick with Isaac, who cannot dribble, and introduce the ball roll into your gameplay, the fake shot stop in your gameplay, and some skill cancels. Remember, in hyping, left stick dribbling is useless anyways. You need the skill moves to be your best friend, and you need to watch a lot of pro players and improve your anticipation. Your anticipation seems to be very poor, not very poor, but a bit poor, and you need to work on your composure and your mentality as well. Once again, overdoing the left stick dribbling, but you do end up getting the perfect chance with Isaac over here. But look, if you just make this pass, if you just make this one extra pass, you do end up doing good left dribbling, but it's inconsistent, right? If you do it like this as a matter of surprise, that is something else. If you make this one more pass, it's an open goal. One step ahead, composure. If you're calm, if you're composed, if you're clinical, triple C is calm, composed, clinical, and then definitely you will improve on FIFA 22. Right? FIFA is not a complex game, but instead it's a game of basics. Instead, it's a game of mentality. Instead, it's a game of anticipation and playing chess with your opponent, playing with the head of your opponent. And instead, it's a game of focusing on fundamental. That is why many people struggle on FIFA. This is what not most people get about FIFA. They think it's a game like Call of Duty or other FPS games, or I don't know, strategy based game. Whether FIFA is a game which highly involves your fundamental, your game reading skills, your decision making, your composure, your mentality, your clinicality. That's not a word, but I just made it. If you can combine all these things and those 12 things I told you earlier, you definitely will improve. But give yourself time. Don't be so hard on yourself. Don't be harsh on yourself. And write this stuff down, put dedicated practice, read this stuff every day, become a bit obsessed with this stuff, stay hydrated while you're playing FIFA, and you will definitely improve. Until next time, it's me, King Sunny, out. See you.